Today we're going to be talking about how you can gain weight but keep speed. One of the biggest fears of athletes in the offseason when they're trying to put on weight, gain size, am I going to lose athleticism? Am I going to lose speed, quickness, all of those things? And we're going to map out the exact process you guys should take in this video to make sure that doesn't happen. So the first thing is you cannot neglect explosive movements in the gym. So what do I mean by explosive movements? Like I mean box jumps, power cleans, hang cleans, all those things that activate something in your body called fast twitch muscle fibers. So everybody, every athlete, every person has two types of muscle fibers. You have fast twitch and then you have slow twitch. Slow twitch is what a cross-country runner would use where he's jogging laps. It's very slow twitch. You're not trying to be explosive. You're not exerting all-out effort, as we say. A fast twitch player has to exert all-out effort. So that's like if you're running a 40-yard dash, if you're trying to jump as high as you can. So those are the movements in the gym that you want to activate to make sure you keep that athleticism on the field. So doing a power clean, trying to move the weight as fast as you can, doing a box jump, trying to jump as high as you can, that will exert that all-out effort, which will increase your fast twitch fibers, which in turn will make you not lose speed on the field. When it comes to maintaining your speed while gaining weight, you have to focus on maintaining a low body fat percentage, right? I think a lot of athletes will dirty bulk and their diet is like primarily carbs, processed foods, sugar, and that's when you can kind of get like a little bit on the fatter side of things and slow yourself down. So you need to have a high protein based diet. What I recommend is, and that's what's going to help you stay lean and actually help you pack on healthy muscle mass, because that's what you want to do. And that's how you want to bulk, especially as an athlete, especially if you're like a football player and you're a skill position player. You have to maintain your athleticism, you guys. So having a high base protein diet is important. I recommend 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. That's what you should be shooting for. And a great way to be able to do that, because let's say you weigh 170 pounds, guys, like that's a lot of protein that you're going to have to consume on a daily basis. But it's very easy to do if you supplement with some type of protein powder like the one here. So if you guys would like a good protein powder, something that you could use, check out that very first link in the description below. This protein powder is by a company that I own called AG Labs. I own this company with my brother, and we decided to make a line of supplements specifically for athletes, safe for athletes, and healthy for athletes to use. So this is our cinnamon snickerdoodle flavored protein powder, but we have a bunch of other flavors that are great in taste, but also will help you get results and help you gain weight. So if you use the promo code FIRST25, FIRST25 at checkout, you get 25% off any one of our protein powders that can help you gain weight this offseason. Now, another thing that you guys need to make sure that you're doing to keep your speed while gaining weight, and this is kind of an obvious one, but don't neglect speed training. But I think a lot of people associate speed training, with like running hills, running a bunch, and burning calories, right? So yes, that will happen, but like you just need to make sure that you're in a calorie surplus, you guys. A calorie surplus is the easiest way to help you gain weight. Like that just means consuming more calories than what you burn on a day-to-day basis. So if I'm burning 2,000 calories a day, I need to be consuming 2,400 calories a day. So it's just really, guys, about consuming more than what you burn. And if you maintain the speed training sessions that you do, working on your running mechanics, doing those explosive movements in the gym, I really don't see you losing speed, especially if you gain weight and do the things like dietarily that you should be doing. Now, last but not least, fellas, you need to stretch. I think so many times, because like when you're trying to gain weight, you're obviously doing more like bodybuilding centric lifts, right? So you're doing the bench press, you're doing the heavy squats, maybe deadlifts. I'm not a huge fan of that, but you're doing, because you have to do that to put on muscle mass. Like there's a lot of info out there about there'll be trainers like myself that will say, oh, a football player should only be doing athletic movements. And like, yeah, that makes sense if you're like in college or in the NFL and you're big enough. Like, yeah, why would you train like a bodybuilder if you don't have to? You should train to be good at your job. But if you're a 140-pound wide receiver who's like a junior in high school, like you need to put on size, so you need to lift that way. And having a good foundation is never a bad thing of like muscle mass and size, right? So you have to do those exercises, but sometimes those exercises can cause people to get bulked up and very stiff. So you need to make sure that you stretch, especially with your lower half. So you can maintain your stride length when you run. So you could actually drive your knees and your toes up when you run, because that obviously ties into your running form, and running form is one of the most important things when it comes to speed. So guys, make sure you don't neglect stretching. I recommend stretching for about 30 minutes after each weight workout. You shouldn't stretch cold. Don't stretch before you work out, because you never want to stretch a cold muscle. Easy way to hurt yourself. But I would say to stretch at least 30 minutes after every workout or after every field session, so you maintain that, like, I guess you could say, like limber type body.